messages that I've communicated today at this conference are really twofold. One is that when it comes to the European policy, the single market, which is the flagship policy of the European Union, is an area where we've seen enormous progress in natural gas in the last few years, much of which hasn't really yet been recognized in the policy community. There's been an incredible growth in the number of traded hubs and in the amount of gas that's traded at the hubs, and this really is now where the price is set in the European markets. It's also heavily influenced by the global gas market. Those hub prices are no longer driven by any kind of relationship to oil prices, which is how it used to be, but they are still powerfully influenced by gas market developments elsewhere in the world. So we've seen exports of gas, for example, from Europe to Latin America, to the Far East, to North Africa even, to the Middle East, because prices are relatively high there. This is a problem for European competitiveness, and it's a problem that's put in focus because, of course, of the low gas prices in the United States. And we all look forward to the day when the United States as well is integrated into this global market trade. And then we may see some sort of arbitrage and leveling out of prices. But there are many years before we can get to that point. So the first point really is that there has been progress in the single market, there has been growth in hubs, but it doesn't solve all the problems for the European customer. We need to have new gas supplies. That's the only way you're really going to bring prices down for the customer, to have more gas competing, more gas available, so that there is competition and downward pressure on prices. That has some very important implications for policy. It's great to see here in Italy that the new national energy strategy has recognized that the possibilities of indigenous production of gas are still there. It's something that's been rather in the background in the last few years. It's very good news. Immediately, both from an industrial point of view and from a customer point of view, that there's that new focus. The rest of Europe really needs to learn the same lessons, and it will be interesting to see how the national debates and the European debate pick up on that issue.